talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face.
I'm gonna say one thing, fuck Trump.
Robert De Niro's feud with Donald Trump is not just another celebrity versus politician rivalry. It has become a symbol of the stark political and ideological divisions in America today. While many celebrities have voiced opposition to Trump, few have done so as passionately, consistently, and aggressively as De Niro. His words have not just been limited to passing comments in interviews. He has taken every opportunity to condemn Trump, often in highly publicized moments on live television, at award ceremonies, and in political rallies. The intensity of his criticism has made him a target of Trump's supporters, who see him as part of the Hollywood elite that they claim looks down on everyday Americans. Despite the criticism, De Niro has never backed down. In fact, with every new Trump controversy, De Niro has doubled down on his stance, refusing to sugarcoat his opinions.
You know him. You know him. He even said it. He's never going to give it up. And anybody who deludes themselves in thinking that he is, shame on you.
When the January 6th Capitol riots happened, De Niro was one of the first celebrities to publicly hold Trump responsible, calling him a wannabe dictator and stating that his rhetoric had incited violence.
Thinks he's a gangster. He does everything like a gangster. I don't think that gangsters in that world would think much of him.
His words were strong, but they resonated with those who believed Trump's presidency was an assault on democracy itself. He frequently compared Trump's leadership style to that of authoritarian rulers, warning that if Trump were to be re-elected, the United States could spiral into chaos. Just a brief interjection. Please take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Your support enables us to continue bringing you comprehensive stories that matter, and it costs you nothing but helps us tremendously. Trump, for his part, has often dismissed De Niro's remarks as those of an out-of-touch actor trying to stay relevant. On multiple occasions, Trump has taken to social media to mock De Niro, calling him overrated and suggesting that his career has been in decline for years. It's a claim that many of Trump's supporters believe, especially given De Niro's reduced presence in blockbuster films in recent years. However, De Niro has remained active in the industry, starring in critically acclaimed films such as The Irishman and Killers of the Flower Moon, both of which have reinforced his legacy as one of Hollywood's greatest actors. His commitment to his craft remains unwavering, but his passion for politics has increasingly defined his public persona. One interesting aspect of the feud is how it represents a larger clash between Hollywood and Trump's political movement. Many conservatives see Hollywood as a breeding ground for liberal elitism, accusing actors like De Niro of using their platforms to push an agenda rather than focusing on entertainment.
I mean, he's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk, he's a dog, he's a pig.
Trump himself has often played into this narrative, painting himself as a champion of the forgotten American who feels alienated by the entertainment industry. In contrast, De Niro has positioned himself as someone who is not afraid to use his influence to fight against what he sees as dangerous political forces. He has expressed frustration with those in Hollywood who remain silent, believing that every public figure has a duty to speak out when democracy is at stake.
He's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, doesn't pay his taxes.
Interestingly, despite his strong opinions, De Niro has never actually met Donald Trump in person. In interviews, he has stated that he never had any desire to, even back when Trump was simply a real estate mogul and reality TV star.
He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country.
In his words, Trump was always a clown, and even before he entered politics, De Niro saw him as someone who thrived on controversy and self-promotion rather than substance. This is one of the reasons why De Niro has been so unfiltered in his criticisms. He does not view Trump as a serious leader, but rather as someone who has taken advantage of public anger and turned it into a political weapon. Beyond just words, De Niro has also taken action to support Trump's political opponents. He was a vocal supporter of both Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden, attending campaign events and urging people to vote against Trump. He even recorded messages specifically targeting swing state voters, emphasizing how important it was to remove Trump from office. His involvement in politics is far deeper than the occasional award show rant. He has actively worked to mobilize voters and push for political change. This has made him an even bigger villain in the eyes of Trump's supporters, who see him as part of a larger liberal machine that is working against their vision for America. One particularly bizarre moment in this ongoing feud came when De Niro became the target of a mail bomb scare in 2018. Along with several other prominent Trump critics, including Barack Obama and CNN, De Niro was sent an explosive device by a Trump supporter who had been radicalized by far-right conspiracy theories. Thankfully, the bomb was intercepted before it could cause harm, but the incident was a chilling reminder of how deeply divided the country had become. Afterward, De Niro refused to be intimidated, stating that he would never let fear silence him. As time goes on, De Niro's criticisms of Trump have become less about personal attacks and more about the bigger picture. He has made it clear that his anger is not just about Trump himself, but about what he represents. He sees Trump as a symptom of a larger issue, the rise of authoritarianism, misinformation, and division in American politics. Whether or not people agree with De Niro's approach, it's clear that he is speaking from a place of genuine concern rather than personal vendetta.
It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has.
Looking ahead, it's unlikely that De Niro will ever soften his stance on Trump. Even if Trump never holds political office again, De Niro has already cemented himself as one of his most vocal critics. His words will continue to be referenced in discussions about Trump's legacy, and his feud with the former president will remain one of the most high-profile celebrity versus politician battles in modern history. But beyond the insults in the media spectacle, there is a deeper question to consider. Should celebrities play such an active role in politics? Some argue that actors and entertainers should stick to their craft and avoid political debates, while others believe that those with influence have a duty to speak out against what they see as injustice. De Niro has clearly chosen the latter path, and regardless of whether people love him or hate him for it, he has undeniably left his mark on the political conversation. Robert De Niro, an iconic figure in American cinema, has not only captivated audiences with his performances, but has also become a prominent voice in the political arena. His outspoken criticism of former President Donald Trump has been a focal point in media discussions, reflecting the deep political and cultural divides in contemporary America. De Niro's disapproval of Trump dates back to the 2016 presidential campaign. In a widely circulated video, De Niro expressed his disdain, stating he's a punk, he's a dope, he's a pig, he's a king, a bozo artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about. This unfiltered critique set the tone for De Niro's subsequent comments.
This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so. What I care about is the direction of this country. And what I'm very, very worried about is that it might go in the wrong direction.
A notable escalation occurred during the 2018 Tony Awards. Taking the stage, De Niro declared, "I'm gonna say one thing, fuck Trump." The audience responded with a standing ovation, but the remark drew criticism from conservative circles and supporters of the president. Trump retaliated by labeling De Niro as a very low IQ individual who had received too many shots to the head by real boxers in movies. The feud persisted, with De Niro consistently voicing his opposition to Trump's policies and behavior. In various interviews, he referred to Trump as a gangster and a fool, expressing concerns about the direction in which Trump was leading the country. De Niro's comments were often met with sharp rebuttals from Trump, who dismissed the actor as a total loser and criticized his career trajectory. De Niro's activism extended beyond interviews. In 2024, he appeared outside Trump's trial in New York, where the former president faced charges related to falsifying business records. Addressing the press, De Niro called Trump a monster and a tyrant, emphasizing the importance of holding leaders accountable. He warned of the potential consequences if Trump were to be reelected, stating that it would be the end of this country. In a convergence of his artistic work and political views, De Niro starred in the Netflix series 0 Day, portraying a former U.S. president navigating a national crisis. The show, dealing with themes of power, polarization, and trust, mirrored the contemporary political climate. De Niro's involvement in the series was seen as a reflection of his real-life stance against Trump, with the narrative serving as a commentary on leadership and integrity. The De Niro-Trump feud has become emblematic of the broader cultural divide in the United States. De Niro's willingness to leverage his celebrity status to voice political opinions has sparked debates about the role of artists in political discourse. While some applaud his candor and activism, others criticize him for perceived elitism and partisanship. Robert De Niro's ongoing feud with Donald Trump highlights the intersection of entertainment, politics, and personal conviction. As both continue to influence public opinion in their respective spheres, their clashes reflect the polarized nature of contemporary American society. Whether viewed as a courageous stand or a contentious rivalry, the De Niro-Trump saga underscores the enduring impact of celebrity voices in political discourse. What do you think about Robert De Niro's ongoing feud with Donald Trump? Do you believe celebrities should use their platforms to speak on political matters? Or do you think they should stay out of it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this discussion interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest stories shaping our world.